bitching in the office about it?
Absolutely. All day.
What'd he say?
He's just twisted off that you won't follow his instructions and you're drinking and you're flaunting in front of him. In fact, here's a picture of a costume he's going to buy for you. The Fat Bat costume. You're going to be the Fat Batman.
You see that?
Yeah. I'm thinking about wearing that.
Only $60. How am I flaunting it in front of him?
Did you send that picture of you in the Batman costume drinking alcohol? Somewhere you got a picture of you toasting back a bottle.
It's on the front of my website.
Oh, that's where he got it. And he's printed it, and there's flyers all over the building going, "You will pay dearly for this." They're on the doors, they're on the bathroom, they're on every door in the place.
Because I drank yesterday.
Mm-hmm. On your birthday.
Did he say anything to you, Dan?
No, I just there was one on the door going into our office, as well as yours, by the way. We haven't seen that one yet.
Oh.
And I just looked at it. I looked at him, and then he just started to chuckle, and then he stopped chuckling and got a very serious look on his face, as if...
Maniacal.
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
Yesterday, when I got home for my birthday, he had left a heart rate monitor.
Okay.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I can wear that in the yard, see what your heart rate goes up to.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, kind of monitor it and keep it up long enough to where you know you're getting something out of it.
So aerobics.
Right. Oh. So when he and I train this morning, I take the heart monitor because you wrap one around your chest, you wrap it around your chest, and then you wear the display on your arm like a watch.
Okay. I
don't get to wear the display. Rob carries that.
No.
So if it drops below 135, you start hearing, come on.
I seriously thought you were about to say he would like take a cattle prod and shock you or something to keep you jump-started.
Mm.
Is he living with you?
Yeah.
When did that start again?
Over the weekend. Saturday?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Just through LeBaire?
I think those are his intentions.
Or are those your intentions? He'd probably like to stay longer.
I don't feel comfortable with that.
He's gone all through Russ's house. Russ had to hide alcohol all through his house.
You know the case of Crown you gave me?
Yep.
How many bottles are in that?
I think 12.
Okay. I got those scattered all over the house.
So he can't find them?
He's found a few of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Just to hide in closets to drink.
There's something a bit unnatural about all of this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's Rob.
I mean, you should be able to, do stuff you want to do.
He's very, very onerous of this whole event. I'll be quite happy when this event is passed.
I see.
What do you mean, you two? You ain't doing dick.
I'm just not looking forward to the 10, 15 minutes, however long it is on stage.
You would be if you followed along everything that was going on. You just give up.
Yeah.
Are you not working out?
Not really. Well, I am tomorrow, actually, with Kevin. What?
Was that twice in the last 3 weeks?
It'll be 3 times in the last week. Last week with Billy and twice with Kevin tomorrow. Tomorrow and Friday. I don't expect any changes. Nothing's happened in 6 months. It ain't going to happen in 10 days. So
obviously, you're not doing something right.
Just following what they say to do.
So why are you even going tomorrow?
I don't know. I really do want to get back in the... I was feeling good and feeling like I was getting something. I've got a little bit on my legs, a little bit on my chest and back, and I just kind of wanted to get going again.
Well, why is it you think you stopped?
I stopped because there for a while I didn't have a trainer. And then
you could still go by yourself. Not having a trainer is no excuse.
I could.
That one doesn't even need to come out of your mouth.
No. Well, that's true. I don't really know what I'm doing as much. They seem to say, without a trainer, if you don't know what you're doing, you're kind of wasting your time. Like O'Malley can go by himself because he knows what to do and what muscle groups to work on. I ain't got a clue.
Well, first of all, you can go on the internet and you can find a workout thing. That's not that big of a deal. Each machine there shows you the form, and you already know how many reps, so there's still no excuse.
Well, I just didn't. You do something for 6 months and you don't really see the changes you kind of expected, and I just...
Did you feel better?
A little bit. It was almost a wash as far as feeling better, seeing some changes for the time I was putting in.
You don't want to go back tomorrow?
Just kind of want to try with Kevin.
Nostalgia?
I've never... pretty much. Memories. I'll try with Kevin for a while.
For a while, you had a boner for it.
Yeah, it was...
You were all over it. You were tacking on days.
Mm-hmm.
So what's changed?
I don't know.
Something lifestyle-wise has changed.
Not really. No, I don't know. I go through, you know me, I go through phases where I get really into something, and if it doesn't really pan out, then I kind of lose steam. Not kind of like anybody else.
How are you doing, Everett?
Good.
Trainer?
Yeah, 3 times a week.
You see your arms. Very nice. How long you been training?
I guess this is either my 3rd or 4th week.
You already see a difference?
Yeah, I can.
That's good. Well, you didn't also have that covering up the changes. I probably get more changes that I don't see just because I got blubber covering up.
If only we knew how truly muscular you are.
It's the truth.
So somewhere you're cut.
Never said that. May need a Band-Aid or two, but
I understand, Gavin.
Sorry.
Okay. I don't have anything else. Anything else going on?
The motion department wanted you to have this.
What is this?
Because I know you're friends with Gilligan and Professor Gilligan Island.
Oh, the 3rd season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I've got something else for you, too.
Is this birthday stuff?
Yeah.
No. Before I get into this bag,
Yes.
is this another incense burner?
No. No, it's not an incense burner.
Every one that you give me, it scares me. The first one you gave me, was that an incense burner? What was it? The Mothra thing.
No, that wasn't an incense burner. It was a resin figurine.
Okay. That one scared me.
Well, it was consistent with a moment we'd shared.
The chick that you had introduced me to that tore up my house.
Yeah.
And then what was the last one? Dragon?
I think it was another Mothra-related...
It was like a dragon with wings.
Yeah.
And you stick the incense in his ass, and it comes out his mouth.
Nose.
Yeah. Right.
Very nice.
This is not Mothra-related, I will say that.
All right.
But they are related to each other.
Which one should I open first?
It doesn't really matter.
All right.
I'll just tell you there's a theme involved.
I'll see if I can discern.
Okay.
You are a freak.
Well, you've only seen the one.
I don't need to go any further.
Don't say what it is, but where do you get this?
East Texas.
Okay. I don't think I can even say what this is on the air.
I don't think so.
They're figurines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me see if I can actually get away with reading the tag on the air. This collector's piece has been individually handcrafted by the most skilled artist in the world. Careful attention to craftsmanship and detail makes this a true masterpiece for collectors around the world. It's part of the Rich collection.
Yes. Very, very, held in very high esteem in the figurine world.
And by Charlton Heston.
Yeah. I got that.
All right.
You're a freak. I
don't know who this is more offensive to, the Indians or the other people depicted here.
Hold it up. I can't see a thing.
I don't think you can tell from in there. You can come in here.
All right.
Did you get this at a shop or was this online?
Got them at a shop. Yeah, I don't know that you could do this on the internet.
Oh, wow.
There.
Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't say that on the air.
And this is where you got it?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that.
Why not?
Just, no.
Huh?
No.
Why not?
Well, because there's something else I want to tell you off there that maybe you can dress down that occurred after the purchase.
Oh, okay. Let me open up this last one.
Are the buck teeth absolutely necessary?
Apparently, the skilled artisans thought so.
Oh, yeah, who am I to question?
Is this the complete set, or is there more that you can add to it later?
Well, I actually gave an uncle of mine the Indian, the cowboy collection, and for his birthday, he loved them.
You're very generous. You're welcome. Do you have any reasoning why these are made the way that they are?
No, I was appalled, astounded, and felt immediately compelled to buy them when I saw them on the shelf. In fact, I wanted more.
Where are you going to put these?
They're very fierce and warlike.
The right spot hasn't hit me yet. The house. There's some place that those will go really well. And you still don't know why they're combining the two. The Indian outfits and the other dimension.
No, that was not explained. But,
You didn't ask?
I don't think that the shopkeeper, in all probability, had any idea what he was even dealing with.
Okay. All right. What's the other thing? You want to tell me off the air?
Yeah, I'll tell you off the air.
All right, hang on. Is it going to take long?
Yeah, you might want to wait till the break.
Make it quick, and I'll turn the mics back on when I can't wait anymore.
Okay.
All right. And
Yeah.
go.
You are a freak.
That's what we're stopping the show for, wasn't it?
So obviously they don't go through a lot of these if you called back out there and they remembered you from buying this tribe of Indians.
Yes, they, I don't think they sell a lot of them.
All right. He's over here near the edge, and hopefully later they'll fall on him. These aren't incense holders?
No.
Yeah.
Finely crafted figurines by skilled artisans.
Quite detailed.
And lifelike.
Yes.
If that's the life
That are going for
that you're going to.
You come up with this stuff.
Did you see it online, or were you actually out there?
Walked in a store
And these were displayed up front?
publicly for all to see. Yes.
Are people guessing? Is that what this is?
They're all just either trying to guess or they just absolutely have to know.
You know, had we not made that big of a deal about it, I probably could have said what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because things like this have been on television.
Sure.
They're sold in stores.
Well, I mean, this concept.
Right. Mm-hmm. And they make them for cowboys, too.
Now it's your fall promotion.
Did you put a picture up?
I'm sorry, what?
Could you put a picture up and just not describe it?
Why don't you put them on your website?
No, it's okay.
JD, why don't you take
No. I don't have one anymore.
Close, stick me someplace.
Yeah.
I can't look at them. Ow!
What, did it get you?
Well, the spears work.
I told you they were warlike.
Did
Damn.
it get you? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, the spear even comes out. It's removable.
Maybe he can hold an incense then. Well, can we break?
Yes.
Thank you. What kind of commercial day do we have?
Nice heavy load.
All right. Any other surprises, Everett?
No, that's it. That's pretty much it. Happy birthday.
Nothing else dressed like Indians.
No.
I think you've gotten a pinnacle. He's dressed like Indians.
All right. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. DFW's dominating afternoon force. Russ Martin. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show. Call Russ, who's impervious to all that surrounds him. Now at 214-787-1053.
Right, but I didn't look at all of it. Is it a real guy?
Yeah, it's a real guy. Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson. It's just an article about his take on New Orleans, and it starts off with
Have
saying...
you seen this, Dan?
I saw a couple of different ones. Someone had called in mentioning him as being critical of the criticism of the people and the plight of New Orleans.
Because normally I get this stuff, and it's just gone.
And he's apparently been in... I Googled his name one time, and apparently he's been in a couple of legal battles with Jesse Jackson before.
Really?
Yeah, so he don't like him.
World Net Daily. Is that the website he writes for?
Yes.
All right. Say a hurricane is about to destroy the city you live in. 2 questions. What would you do? What would you do with your figurines? And what would you do if you were black? Sadly, the 2 questions don't have the same answer. To the first, most of us would take our families out of that city quickly to protect them from danger. Then, able-bodied men would return to help others in need, as wives and others cared for children, elderly, infirm, and the like. For better or worse, Hurricane Katrina has told us the answer to the second question. If you're black and a hurricane is about to destroy your city, then you'll probably wait for the government to come save you. This was not always the case. Prior to 40 years ago, such a pathetic performance by the black community in a time of crisis would have been inconceivable. The first response would have come from black men. They would have taken care of their families, brought them to safety, and then helped the rest of the community. Then local government would come in. No longer, when 75% of New Orleans residents had left the city, it was primarily immoral, welfare-pampered blacks that stayed behind and waited for the government to bail them out. This, as we know, did not turn out good.
No.
That's a black guy, right?
Uh-huh. Black Reverend.
All right, there's his picture. Enter Jesse Jackson and Louis Farrakhan. Jackson and Farrakhan laid blame on racist President Bush. Not only that, these two were positioning themselves as the gatekeepers to supervise the dispersion of funds. Perfect. 2 of the most dishonest elite blacks in America overseeing billions of dollars. I wonder where the money will end up. Does this guy have a website?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a place to email him on there.
Hold on. So, if you'd rather order by phone, well, order what? The Reverend Jesse Lee Patterson is founder and president of Bond, the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny, and author of Scam, How the Black Leadership Exploits Black America. If you'd rather order... Okay, to order the book. I don't want the book. Mm-hmm. President Bush is not to blame for the rampant immorality of blacks. Had New Orleans' black community taken action, most would have been out of harm's way. But most were too lazy, immoral, and trifling to do anything productive for themselves. I believe I'd like to visit with him.
Interesting.
Well, it seems like he's taking the angle of, you know what? This happened. There's nothing we can do to go back and undo it.
Sure.
So maybe if we embarrass ourselves, meaning the black community, then we'll rethink it the next time, we loot.
Is that... It's I like his take on Jesse Jackson, which is Jesse's going to step up and he's going to control it. He's somebody who's been more than once under the investigative microscope.
Just imagine if a white person had written that article.
Well, that's why you can get away with it.
Yeah. It's just a shame you can write that article if you're a black person, but
Well, if you're a white person, then it can't come off as being factual. Obviously it's going to have some racism to it. Immediately because this guy's black, you think it's coming from the heart. It's not racist. It's we need to go back and do something with our community. We got to knock this crap off.
It's just a shame because the truth is colorblind. It's the truth whether a white person says it or a black person says it.
We are now all familiar with Mayor Ray Nagin, the black Democrat who likes to yell at President Bush for failing to do Nagin's job. The facts, unfortunately, do not support Nagin's wailing. As the Washington Times puts it, recent reports show Nagin failed to follow through on his own city's emergency response plan, which acknowledged that thousands of the city's poorest residents would have no way to evacuate the city. Well, if they already knew that, what are they bitching about?
They had the plan. He didn't implement it. They had the buses. They had a plan.
Instead of doing the obvious, Mayor Nagin, with no positive contribution from Democratic Governor Kathleen Blanco, the other major league, loaded New Orleans residents into the Superdome and the city's convention center. We know how that plan turned out. I wonder what run-ins he's had with Jesse Jackson. I wonder why more people don't take on Jackson.
Politically.
Or especially Farrakhan.
Yeah,
the instant he came out and said, white people blew up the levees. That's a novel thought. And maybe we'll look into it later. But that didn't happen.
Well, it's so non-credible. Yeah, I don't think, he doesn't really need anyone to attack him when he says stuff like that.
I would even think Jesse Jackson would come out and attack that and go, all right, now you're making us look ridiculous. Quit it. You didn't go up no wheel in the sky. Nobody talked to you. You didn't go up and visit the aliens and come down.
Nobody could get out there. Even you guys said that. So how do you know something happened?
Because the divers that brought the rocks back in their swimsuits.
Let me see if there's anything else here. About 5 years ago, in a debate before the National Association of Black Journalists, I stated that if whites were to just leave the United States and let blacks run the country, they would turn America into a ghetto within 10 years. The audience, shall we say, disagreed with me strongly. Now I have to disagree with me. I gave blacks too much credit. This is the guy's picture again.
He's black.
Yeah. It took a mere 3 days for blacks to turn the Superdome and the convention center into ghettos, rampant with theft, rape, and, well, first of all, we know that they went back to the stores, and some of that stuff wasn't true. So there weren't really rapes and murders running around inside the Superdome.
It didn't happen, at least to that extent.
We do know about the theft and the looting, pillaging. All Americans must tell blacks the truth. It was blacks' moral poverty, not their material poverty, that cost them dearly in New Orleans. Farrakhan, Jackson, and other race hustlers are to be repudiated. Is that right?
Yes. Well, it means basically rebuked. Turn back.
Shunned.
Yes.
They will only perpetuate this problem by stirring up hatred and applauding moral corruption. New Orleans, to the extent that it is to be rebuilt, should be remade into a dependency-free, morally strong city where corruption is opposed and success is applauded. Blacks are obligated to help themselves and not depend on the government to take care for them. We're all obligated to tell them so. Rob, see if you can find this guy. I don't see where his website is on here. Or the email. Flo, take this to Rob. See if you can find it off of that. It's very odd.
Yes.
I'm just surprised more people haven't taken, that angle. Obviously, blacks didn't do all of this.
No.
But, what we saw on television, there was a propensity of that happening with that community.
Somebody needed to step out and say this, at least to this level, as Everett said. The truth is the truth, whether you're white or black. But you're right, a white guy riding this, you'd have been stoned.
It'd never happened. And you can lay blame wherever you want, and it's fine. Feds get some of it.
Yeah.
Local, state, they get some of it too. But also the way the community reacted, you get blamed for that as well.
Everybody's screwed up, which is going to happen in a major crisis like that.
Well, the thing of it is, I think the important thing is to learn from it, not to point fingers. I mean, that's unproductive.
As Americans, that's the first thing we want to do. We want to have committees, and we want to point fingers so it doesn't happen again.
Well, it turns into a political agenda rather than a fact-finding mission so that the same thing doesn't happen again.
Yeah, what did we really get after all the investigations after 9/11?
Nothing.
Yeah.
We got a book about that thick.
Yeah, and what's in that?
9/11 Commission report. You're right. What's in it? Don't let this happen again.
Fair enough. We'll keep our eyes peeled. Thanks.
That's about it.
We get color codes, which nobody understands.
When
was the last time we had one of those? They get rid of those?
No, they still have them.
What are we at now?
I think we're elevated.
2?
I think that's just the term used for what we are.
Okay. What color is that?
I think it's yellow.
All right.
You can go to DallasCounty.org. They have an ongoing real-time.
But nobody knows what that means. Oh, let's go to orange tomorrow. Now what do I do? Take a different route home?
Well, what are the colors?
I don't know. If you want to look at
yellow, orange, and then red. I don't know what's below that. Green, probably.
How many colors are there total?
I think maybe 5.
Yeah, hang on a second. Is it on the front page?
Yeah.
Org?
Yep.
I typed it in and there's nothing there. Were you watching me type and you didn't say nothing?
Well, I can't see from here.
Where'd I look?
Scroll down the right-hand side. Yep, you went too far. There.
Where?
Where it says elevated in yellow. To the right.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Homeland Security current threat level. Elevated. Here are the colors. Low. Green. Low risk of terrorist attacks. Blue. Guarded.
Yes.
General risk of terrorist attacks. Yellow. Elevated. Significant risk of terrorist attacks. Orange is high. High risk. Severe is red. A severe risk.
And what do we do if we turned orange tomorrow? What am I supposed to do?
Well, what do you do between yellow and red? We're red. Yeah. Do you don't sleep? do you sleep in watches? Do you get one of them civil defense helmets?
Gas masks at the Army Navy store?
Yeah, we really don't even know what to do.
No. If it was red tomorrow, I wouldn't do anything different.
Yeah, but you know what it is? These are just levels of paranoia.
Yeah.
When it gets to red, it's okay to be
really worried.
Yeah. have your paranoia peak.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean to disseminate information was... See, I haven't even heard anybody talk about this in months.
Well, it's irrelevant. I mean, because you're right. What do you do? What's the plan of action once it rises to a certain point?
Never really quite got to that.
Nope.
Buy duct tape was one of them.
Yeah. Lots of water.
Water and duct tape.
All right. We have time for news?
Go down.
Somebody just sent an email.
And if I don't? Hold on, I'm going to go sheet.
Okay.
What?
Don't we might not have time.
All right, what's the email?
Hey, Russ, boss man, did Amy kick you out of bed on your birthday? I woke up this morning, checked out the webcams, and saw you sleeping on the couch. You need to fix that. I don't know what that means. Were you sleeping on the couch last night?
Yeah. I got up to go to the kitchen to get something to drink. I was too tired to walk back to the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Why is that?
They're just watching, saw you on the couch. I wondered, I guess. I don't know.
I got to shut those down.
People just watching your every move. There's people, that just stare at those all day.
Look, he walked across the floor.
Ooh, look, he's mowing the yard.
Well, and you can't have all the screens up at once, so you don't really know where I am in the house. So there's a chance that you're going to miss a lot of the stuff going on.
I know what you're doing, yeah.
Somewhere there's a guy with 20 monitors that's just watching every room at every moment.
There's nothing that happens in the house.
Well, occasionally you run through the house naked chasing Amy.
I run through the house naked all the time. I don't know that you can care, or you can see, and I don't know that I really care. So what? They see me naked. You're welcome.
It's a gift.
I think Amy's more paranoid about it than anybody.
But she still...
She won't do it. We'll be laying on the couch. Say, let's make out.
Yeah.
Well, people are watching.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's go to the bedroom. I ain't going to be in the mood by the time we get in there. You take it now or you don't get it. I'm very compulsive.
Yes.
No, impulsive.
Impulsive.
Either way, doesn't matter. So I think I'm going to take them out.
I don't know. They were fun.
Are your allergies bothering you again?
Oh, driving me nuts.
Because you're going through these big silent things again.
I'm just trying to clear my throat. I'm stopped up. My eyes are swollen shut.
What happened when you took the medicine from Venegas?
But he didn't bring it. He was supposed to drop it off yesterday. He didn't bring it.
What happened when you called about it?
I did. I called him today. I got his message.
You didn't get a prescription? Could have run by the pharmacy?
I didn't. He was going to bring me something yesterday. Didn't do it. I called him today, and I went to his voicemail.
So this is Venegas' fault.
No, what am I going to do?
You go to the store and you take something.
I don't know what to take.
It's the same excuse you got. Well, I don't have a trainer.
I don't know.
The gym is still there.
I don't know what to take. I don't want to take something that's going to make me sleepy.
All right, let me ask you this. What did the pharmacist say when you asked about it?
I didn't go to the pharmacy. I was waiting for Venegas to drop the stuff off.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be impossible to go to the store and actually figure out what might help.
Probably so.
I did.
You got a pharmacy in your bag.
Excuse me a second. What are you on, Chloe?
Flonase, Sudafed, Primatene Mist, and Dayquil. I feel great.
You look great.
I think the Primatene? What is it?
Primatene Mist.
Yeah. I think that one was an accident that he's taking that because I think he was using that to get high.
Yeah, he was.
Weren't you?
Yeah, but it works. I mean, it's for asthma,
Yeah, but you don't get credit for that.
Accident.
Yeah.
but I don't have asthma attacks that often, so I just take it just in case.
Do you have asthma?
It flares up every once in a while.
When's the last time you had a flare-up?
About a month ago.
All right.
Helps me with my workouts, too.
The Primatene Mist?
What's that? Just opens up your...
It's got an expectorant. Is that what it's called? In it.
It's kind of like a supplement.
Yeah.
like vitamins. But takes them for the workout.
Yeah, I went to buy it at when I was in Lubbock, and they wouldn't sell me the Sudafed with the stuff in it.
Why not?
Because the pharmacy was closed.
All right.
So you have to go to the pharmacy.
Got it.
So right next to it is the Primatene Mist with 3 times the amount of the stuff that Sudafed has in it. Right there on the shelf.
You got to give Chloe credit for being
Creative.
Yeah.
when things are closed. Look what he's got stocked up because the the liquor stores close on Sundays.
Yes,
he's got that handled.
Vanilla extract ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Mouthwash.
Yeah.
What else do we have besides
Nicotine gum.
on Sunday?
He's got the nicotine gum.
Nicotine gum.
That and NyQuil is awesome.
I thought they backed off the alcohol in NyQuil. It used to be 25%.
Yeah, they did, but you still, if you combo it right with the Primatine Mist or the Sudafed with the stuff in it, it's really good.
Would it be easier to just drop out the liquor store and say Saturday night?
Well, I run out.
I'm terribly sorry.
Right.
For
You
underestimating
forget that he's
Gary.
buying something that's a consumable product.
Yes.
Chloe feels an obligation to the manufacturer. Because if you don't,
Yeah.
you might as well spit in their face.
Okay. We'll backstock. Get
Are these
yourself-
people still guessing what the hell these figurines are? I'm not taking the calls. What is it, Rob?
Sorry to bother you. I just got the information from Chloe about the Reverend. I'll start working on that in a minute. But last week you had asked me to get Minister Farrakhan, and I might have him Friday afternoon if you still want him.
Yes. I believe I'd enjoy all of that. How'd you hunt him down?
I don't know what it stands for, but it's NOLA.org. That's his website.
All right. What time on Friday?
We're shooting for 3:45 our time. He's apparently going to be in Arizona, but they won't be able to confirm that until tomorrow. I guess they don't find out his schedule till...
He's not coming on this show.
I got money that says he won't come on the show.
I don't even know why they're screwing around with Rob.
As soon as his people find out with any kind of show, they'll research it and they'll yank it. He's a nut. Coming on the show?
Maybe we pull the websites offline.
Yeah, that's possible.
Until
Just a Monday?
Yeah. Or until Saturday after he's on. Because then there's nothing to pull up.
He ain't coming.
Or we change all the websites with, what's his religion thing?
He's Muslim, isn't he?
Yeah. Throw a bunch of Muslim stuff on there.
Okay. Links to his site, NOLA.org.
Right.
We're supporting him. We know about the Wheel in the Sky.
Yes.
We heard the song.
He's not coming on.
There's no way in the world. Because people will get to him and they will rein him in.
The best we'll get is one of those people that like you heard on the television shows, that they don't answer questions.
Right,
they tell you what they believe without answering. They don't answer anything.
They have a pat set answer long before you ever ask the question. They know what they're going to say.
And if you stop them midstream, they keep going.
Did you notice Farrakhan never showed up on CNN? His people did. His Black Panther people did, but he never showed up on any of those news shows. In fact, the audio that we have of him saying that stuff was done from a video camera that was really not even set up in his face. So it wasn't meant as a press release.
You can't go on
They got
CNN.
sneaked
You
out.
can't go someplace where anybody's going to ask you questions because how do you go back and validate saying that there are aliens that float around in a big wheel?
That tell you what's going on and what happened in New Orleans. You notice he's not on 60 Minutes.
Well, I'm sure, as you say, his people rein him in, knowing that he could not withstand that sort of
That's
scrutiny.
what I'm saying. There's no way in the world he'll ever come on this show. Or any show, for that matter.
I think the last time I saw him on television, was it Arsenio? I think he was on that show. He's the one with the glasses and the really nice haircut, right?
Yes.
And the bow tie.
Right.
Yeah. I think he was Arsenio.
I now bet you money that they scripted that show and said, here's what you say, here's what you can say, and they stuck right to it. Because when you get somebody that's that wacky...
Arsenio's not going to ask him about the big wheel in the sky.
He's not.
But you're right, there was probably a list. No questions about the big wheel. Don't ask about the water wiggle leader.
And the moment you do, this is over.
Right. How we doing, Chloe? Yeah, you warned me. Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Russ. I don't know if you're aware or if you really care, but people can do a screen capture of your video, and they could get like a naked picture of you, and you could end up on like some movie called Radio Personalities Gone Wild or something.
I don't care.
I didn't think you did.
Email me. I'll send you some to the house.
I didn't know if you were aware of that.
I don't care. Well, what damage is it going to... You got to go back and think, okay, what problems is this going to cause? What's going to happen to me in my career? Anything going to go belly up? No.
No. No. It'll probably be good for you. Just keep in shape.
What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you. What are you doing right now?
I was in my pool.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Are you out now?
Yeah, I'm out now.
Is it a cordless phone or a cell phone?
Cordless, yeah.
Get back in the pool.
Okay. Hang on. Okay.
Does this phone have a little antenna that sticks up?
No, it's just a little Nokia.
Well, let me ask you something off the air.
Sure.
Do you think you could be able to get that? Can you do that?
It's a little square.
Why don't you give it a shot?
Okay, Russ, for you.
All right.
Okay, bye, babe.
What? I meant so I can hear.
Yes. Husband walks out. What the hell are you doing?
Russ wanted to talk to him. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. They leave. Other shows follow. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
It's supposed to, do you want to run that, Chloe?
A very limited number of VIP packages are being auctioned off for the 3rd annual Russ Martin Show strip-off at La Bear. Details are online at russmartin.com.
O'Malley may know. I think it's supposed to, run the score up.
Okay.
Hockey, the new rules.
Yes.
And what are they?
There's a handful of them. I've been trying to refresh myself on them. What they basically are is...
Because Luddy was watching one of the preseason games.
Okay.
I don't know, I guess. Where are they playing? American Airlines Center?
Yeah, tonight.
All right. He said it's not even the same game.
How could they change unless you made the net bigger? I mean, that's the only way I can think. They still got one guy in front of the net and you got guys shooting at it.
I don't know.
Yeah, but what they've done is they've basically overhauled the surface. So they have opened up the scoring. The blue line in the hockey? Mm-hmm. They have 3 lines in the middle. There's the red line down the middle and the two blue lines next to that. Mm-mm. All right, well, never mind. What they did was...
What do those mean?
That's way too detailed.
Why are you telling me about them?
Well, because basically what they did was they moved the net, the goalie's net, they moved that back further towards the boards, so there's less room back there.
All right.
They now have a zone behind the net that the goalie can go into, and only that zone. If he goes outside of that zone behind the net, then that's an infraction. That turns into a penalty, and that's a 2-minute minor, so then they lose a player.
They lose the goalie?
Not the goalie. I think it would be some other player.
All right. I was going to say, they'll run the score up.
Yeah. That one I like, too. They made where the one blue line is closest to the net, they moved that the goalie net 2 feet towards the boards and moved the blue line 2 feet towards the center of the ice. So it made that area larger, which is where most of your scoring happens.
All right.
It used to be that you couldn't pass from behind your blue line across the center line.
All right.
But now you can, which is going to help. You'll have more breakaways.
Yeah.
It'll help someone like a Mike Madonna who's very fast.
Ludwig's right. It's not the same game.
No, why even bother? Why bother playing it?
Why even glue the lines down?
I'm with you. Screw the lines.
Well,
He just said that there seems to be a lot more penalties, so if you're looking for more action and running up the score, you're not going to get that because there are all these timeouts for the
so
penalties.
there's fewer guys on the ice, which means there's fewer guys to be able to score.
I don't know.
Plus,
Was this something that was done in response to the strike to try to bring fans back? I mean, is that the idea behind the rule change? I don't understand why they would want to change the rules so drastically.
well, it's something they've been talking about doing, for a number of years, as far as trying to find a way to make hockey more exciting. It's like when you watch a soccer match. It's like, final score is 1-0, and that's not real exciting. Same thing in hockey. A 1-0 score to a hockey purist, that may be the best game ever. But to the more
Me.
yeah, or like me, the more fickle fans, if it's a 7-6 game, I'm going to be much more interested in that than I am a 1-0 or a 2-1.
Even if it's going to slow things down, you're going to have more penalties. You still want a higher score.
Yeah, because even though it might stop things intermittently for more penalties, you're going to have all those power plays where you have that one less person on the ice on the other team, which again increases your chance of scoring.
They need to do something with baseball.
I knew you were going to jump on baseball. Get off it.
Well, that's exactly what he was describing.
Yeah.
Well, the score can go up, but you're going to have more stops and starts. I've seen baseball.
Yeah, you can still have a 3-hour game where there's 1-0.
Yeah, but that can, as O'Malley said with regard to low-scoring hockey games, so too can a low-scoring baseball game be very dramatic.
And I think the odds of changing baseball the way that hockey just changed is damn near impossible.
Well, they've already perfected baseball. Really no reason to tweak it. Indian?
What?
That's going to be his icebreaker from now on.
What? Offer me an Indian?
Yeah.
Also in hockey, they took the goalie equipment, the leg pads and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They've made their overall equipment 11% smaller, so it makes them more agile for more acrobatic saves. But it also makes, another chance for a puck to slide past.
All right. Tonight's the first the first game of the season.
Yes.
Doesn't Gavin go to these?
Yeah, he's going tonight.
He's a big fan.
Gavin,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
working.
What were the reason for all these changes in hockey?
To try to bring in, I think, new fans. I think the hockey purists like myself will always be there, but to bring in.
Well, if you weren't a fan before, then you're not really going to know about the changes. And why watch it?
Well, because there's a spiked interest when the Olympics come, because most of those rules are Olympic-based rules, which helps out the European players.
Telephone. So you going to the game tonight?
Yeah.
Plus, that's a point, though. If you weren't a fan before, you're not going to know any difference between then and now.
Right. It's like if there's a radio station to where they've changed the playlist or they're playing fewer commercials and I never listened to the station before, I'm not going to know.
No, you're not going to tune in.
They need to market it somehow.
Hockey?
The new hockey or something. So people can
They're
have a
actually
clue.
doing that on TV.
Oh.
I think it's the most exciting sport to watch in person.
Do you really think that it needed those changes?
Not for a guy like me. I will say, in the preseason when I went, it can be a lot faster, but, Ludwig's the expert, not me.
Dan, see if you can hunt Ludwig down. Do you have his number in there?
There are some penalties that ordinarily wouldn't be called, and that does slow it down.
You just said it could be faster. It could be faster.
If there are no penalties, it is much faster.
So the pace of the game is much faster, but the penalties make the overall experience slower.
I think so. I mean, there's more likelihood for breakaways now, which is part of the most exciting, one of the most exciting things in hockey, and the shootout, I believe, is a great idea.
Have they instituted more penalties for fights, smacking somebody around, high sticking?
No, those are the same.
What's a shootout?
The shootout is at the end of a 5-minute overtime. They pick, I want to say 4 guys from each team, and it's one-on-one against the goalie. So they just grab the puck at center ice and then shoot on the goalie, and whoever wins that wins the game.
All right.
In other words, in the past, it would just end in a tie if they went to overtime, and that would be it. So now there's a definitive winner each game.
How come you're not working out tonight instead of going to the game?
Night off from working out.
Do you think you're all set for LeBaire?
I think I'm all right. All we have to do is, I got to get tannin, or as I like to call it, bronze the sculpture, and then I should be okay. I'm ready.
I thought he wasn't going to do that anymore.
All right, thanks for the help.
So really, to an average person, the shootout's the only big change. Moving the blue lines, I know what the blue lines were anyway.
Well, there's
Did you hear what Gavin said?
What can we do with that?
Yeah, well, I glue the lines down. I think it's more interesting if you just kind of lay them there.
Yeah.
And then the game changes as the lines get kicked around.
Put them on wheels.
Let them shoot around the ice.
I'll tell you what I thought really helped the game was when Fox carried the games and they had that puck that traced.
I like that. That was cool.
You could see what was going on.
See what was going on.
I think this is Luddy's number. The 3311.
I believe. Unless I called it. I've got it in my cell phone.
Wasn't that his number? No, his number was 3. His player number?
Got me.
Might have been 6.
This is Tom at 9724.
That's Tom.
Please leave a message.
To page this person, press 5 now.
Hey, Tom was calling about the new hockey rules. You can call me back. All right. You want to do news here?
Sure.
Dan, what is line 4?
He has an idea of how we can fix baseball to make it more entertaining.
Is he being cute, or is this real?
No, he's actually being serious. And if you think about it, it would actually help. Or it would make sense in his mind.
Okay. I think to speed baseball up, they should play like more than one game at once.
Yes.
Be harder to follow, and there's always something going on someplace on the field instead of just watching everybody stand there.
Standing around for 3 hours.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Hey, paramedic out here. We listen to you every day, man. Glad to talk to you. Anyway, baseball could be a lot better if they would get rid of center stop, get rid of center field, get rid of shortstop, and add a pitch clock. That would speed things right along.
What's a pitch clock?
Something
Pitch clock.
All right, thanks.
Something that makes the pitcher have to stay with a certain pace.
Like they do with football. The countdown
So you
clock.
got to
You got to get it done.
Pitch done in so many seconds.
Why does he want to get rid of the center field? Is that what he said?
Yeah, get rid of the center fielder and the shortstop. That way, there'll be a lot more live balls, a lot more base hits, a lot more scoring.
The problem is, though, with doing that thing that he's talking about, by taking out 2 defensive players, sure, the pitching would go quicker because you institute some sort of, pitch clock, but you're going to have a hell of a lot more base hits. So JD's bored with 3 hours. Now it's going to be 5 hours of nothing but base hits and doubles.
Well, not only that, but baseball is very much a game of statistics. And once you institute a rule change like that, you're going to have to essentially start over with all of your record-keeping statistics.
That's why it'll never change.
Yeah, because it'll be a totally different game.
The only way to make baseball more exciting would be if they shortened its
landmines.
No. Yeah. Random.
All right, you're right. Claymores would work as well.
Yeah, just stick one under each base every game, and
you never know.
You can have the landmine inning. You never know which inning or which base the tripwire will be attached to.
Right, landmine then.
Be huge. There you go.
All right. I don't care about the rest of this. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
We all right, Chloe?
Yes.
Then here we go. 4:35, JD Ryan's here with news.
Russ brought to us by Scream's Halloween Theme Park. I'll be out there on Friday night at 9 o'clock for Trick or Truck. I'll bring in my truck and be picking out some other ones. You'll get a $1,000 gift certificate from 4 Wheel Parts if I pick your truck as one of the best.
Oh, it was $1,500.
It's, they changed it.
The spot on the air says $1,500.
That's going to be changed soon.
Well, you already said it on the air. You got to give away $1,500.
Okay. Well, then we'll have to do that. I was just told. I'm just doing what I'm told.
Why they go from $1,500 to $1,000?
I don't know. I mean, maybe our account executive screwed it up to begin with.
Did you take some of the money?
No.
Well, it's $1,500 on the promo.
Yeah.
I understand.
You've already said it on the air. It's got to be $1,500.
See you Friday night at Screams. Wednesday, October 5th, 2005, Nikki Hilton turns 22 today. Daniel Baldwin is 45. Bernie Mac, 47. Brian Johnson of AC/DC is 58. And Steve Miller turns 62 today. Now, confident that... Did you hear the story about the student that blew himself up at a football game this weekend?
Was that the video that was on television? Guy goes in with a backpack, and then about a minute later it blows up.
I never saw the video, but I just heard the story.
Well, that's the same one. I saw.
University of Oklahoma's football stadium last week. Authorities say no new drastic safeguards, however, will be in place for Saturday's game between Texas and Oklahoma. It was just in a very odd situation, and they looked into this guy, and he was just depressed. But of all the weird things to go outside a football stadium and blow yourself up during the game, nobody...
Oh, no, I didn't see this.
No. It was, they investigated what the cause was when explosives he attached to his body detonated within 100 yards over more than 80,000 fans were gathered inside Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. Joel Henry Hendrick is his name. He died Saturday when the device attached to his body exploded while he sat on a bench just outside the George Lynn Cross Hall on the campus in Norman, Oklahoma. The blast, by the way, could be heard inside the stadium. Didn't stop the game, however. The team slow things down. Now, just people blowing themselves up. But Dallas police are putting out bait, daring thieves to chance it. They got a bait car program.
I love this story.
I did.
Channel 8 had it on today. I think it was. They show video inside the car. These people when Dallas police sticks these cars out, there's a camera on the dash, so you see the guy get in. Right. You see him driving around.
And they can kill the motor remotely, and then they get the guys. Yellow cabs around Dallas are going to sport warning signs, and I don't know why they're doing that, spreading the message that bait cars are out there. They've rigged up SUVs, motorcycles, even construction equipment with cameras and GPS, and then the kill switch.
Why would you not get the thing with the cabs?
Why do they I just don't know why they're out telling people about it. Why don't you just do it?
So people will stop stealing cars.
I got you. Well,
see, we don't want that.
I know, but I thought the whole idea was to just catch these guys.
Well,
and that would lead you back to the chop shops, and that would lead you back to the...
It's all a deterrent, whether they know about it or the cars actually being out there.
Actually,
it's a comprehensive effort.
Kunkel said that car thefts are up in surrounding cities, and so basically he's saying that's obviously we're chasing them out of Dallas. They're just going to other cities, though.
What is it, Dan?
I got Craig Ludwig for you.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Luddy.
Hey, Russ, how you doing?
Where you going?
Heading to the game right now. Actually, I'm heading to Hooters right now.
Why are you going to the game?
Well, I'm going to Hooters. My intention is to get to the game.
Oh, okay. You going to the Hooters in the West End?
Yes, I am.
All right. What was some of the stuff you were telling me about last week, some of the different changes? Because not everybody's happy with the new rules with hockey this season.
Well, I think the biggest one that people are going to probably notice the most is the amount of penalties being called. What they've done is they've kind of got a zero tolerance on obstruction. So in other words, you can't put your stick on anybody, can't hold people up, the hooking and the holding. And I guess their idea of why they're doing that is to create some more free space for the more skilled and speedy players to skate and show off their talents and try to get away from what they've been. A lot of people for a long time have been complaining about the hooking and the holding, the grasping, and the playing the trap, which is a system that kind of clogs up the neutral zone. And then probably the other rule, there is no center line this year. So in other words, you can make a pass now from your zone all the way to the far blue line, which you could never do before. And I think that's going to free things up, and it's going to speed up the game, and people are going to get behind, other defensemen and stuff like that.
What do you think it's going to slow down in the beginning because not everybody's hip on the penalties?
Well, it's not that it's going to slow down the game. I think what it is it's going to speed up the game. There's going to be more people flying around through the neutral zone and stuff like that. But what's going to happen is I think there's going to be a lot of people are going to notice there's going to be a lot more penalties called, and that's if they're going to stay with the zero tolerance. And I think the MO, the way things have gone in the past, they talk about it a lot, and then as the season progresses and you get closer and closer to the playoffs, they kind of go back to the old way. But, according to what they say right now, and all the coaches are on board with it, that they're going to stay with this zero tolerance, and what it's going to do is it's going to create more, scoring opportunities. So
what were the crowds like for the preseason games?
I was surprised. They were real good, and I didn't know how people were going to respond after being gone for a year and a half and stuff like that. But and again, it was nice for me to see because it looks like they really did miss the game. And I think there's a lot of things that you read and around the country how it's gone, hockey's gone, and I'm never going to buy tickets again, and this whole thing. So, but it was nice. I mean, the preseason crowds were big, and it was very encouraging. So, and I know tonight it's a sellout tonight, and I know there's a couple of friends of mine that were looking for tickets. They can't even get them from scalpers or anything else. So.
But see, it seems like it would rebuild quicker up north, where hockey is, obviously it's got a good stronghold.
I think they're first.
Down here, we've only had hockey back for the last 10 years. Is that right?
Well,
10, 12?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I think the bonus for us is that we won a championship here, and so I think if you're in Florida, not Tampa because obviously they won last year, but in Florida and Carolina, Nashville, those kind of places, it may be a little bit harder because they really haven't had much of a sniff in the playoffs, much less win a championship. So there's still there's a lot of people around here that are very excited about it coming back, and it doesn't. I mean, on the other side of things, I think our marketing side of things, we got to do things like we did when we first got here again to go out and sell the game again, because I'm sure there's some people that are upset that over whether they blame the players or they blame the owners or whatever, and they just kind of blackballed the game here in Dallas. And like I said, from what I've seen in the preseason games, it didn't look like it was very encouraging. So and a lot of that's going to have to do how the team is. I mean, if the team comes out and we win our first 10 out of 15 games, it's going to just kind of snowball. But then again, on the other side of the coin, if we come out and unfortunately you lose your first few games and it kind of snowballs that way, then what happens? So and they really reduced the rate of the tickets. I mean, ticket prices are incredible. I know that seats in the lower bowl last year that were $80 are now $50.
Yeah, they're going to have to do that because there was really no winning side for either the players or management because you got each side battling over millions of dollars. And just somebody looking in, it's like, how come you guys can't come to terms on this?
Over that much money.
Yeah, when you got somebody making $25-30 $30 a year and somebody's talking millions, there's no sympathy for either side.
I totally agree. I mean, the only thing there was is there were losers, and it was the fans that lost, and so that was the biggest problem that came out of that whole thing, was the battling and the bickering, and when you, like you said, when you got millionaires built, over this amount of dollars, when somebody's making $8 million and they're only going to make $6 million, I don't know how they're going to survive this year. So.
Yeah. What is that? Is that a radar detector in the back?
No, that's Randy playing with his phone in the back seat.
It's Randy.
That's the DJ from the Apple.
Oh.
I got the whole circus here, Russ.
Mm-hmm. What's the status on your radio show? You still working on that?
Actually, yes. I think it looks like it's a go. So we should hopefully going to be starting different station though, not the one you and I talked about. So the sports station. So I think hopefully we'll get that kicking off maybe next week already.
You talking about the ESPN station?
Yep.
All right. Well, let us know when it's on.
I sure will.
All right. Thanks for the help.
I appreciate it, Rush.
All right, Knuckle Dragger.
All right.
Just can't let it go.
Mm-hmm. What is it, Rob?
Hey, the information Chloe gave me about that Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, he's doing a radio show. So they said in about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, I can get him on. So you still want him?
Yeah.
I didn't. They asked what for. I said I didn't know because I didn't know what you wanted him for.
I just want to talk to him.
Okay. And the Louis Farrakhan, I just printed up some information so you would know about him.
Why are you wasting time on this? He's not going to come on.
Well, I talked to Sister Mohammed and Sister Betty Mohammed in Chicago and then Arizona.
Why didn't you say that first? Now I look like a jackass.
Well, they're all...
You've gotten further along than I thought.
Certainly.
So
way down the line.
So what Sister Mohammed say?
Which one?
I don't know. Either one.
The first one took some more information from me and then gave me his direct secretary, assistant, whatever.
What was her name?
The first one was Sister Mohammed.
Okay.
The second one was Sister Betty Mohammed.
All right.
So then I called Sister Betty Mohammed and talked to her and gave her my information, and I got to call her back tomorrow because he's supposed to be in Arizona, I guess, on Friday. And that's when I can talk to him. But anyway, here's some information about him.
If we can't get him on, can we get the Sister Mohammeds? Obviously, they're going to know a lot if there is his personal assistant.
Yeah, they're going to be inside the loop.
Yeah.
I didn't ask. I can try.
I think they'd be very entertaining.
I'm sure somebody from the organization will talk to you. I doubt you'll get to Farrakhan.
No. I think this is a phone call. Place it. If he calls, he calls. If you don't, he don't. He ain't going to come on this show. He obviously doesn't do shows where they ask you questions.
If I get him on, will you not drink for a week?
Hold on a second. Consecutively?
7 days starting from this Friday, which would be, what's today, the 5th? 6th, 7th, until 6 o'clock Friday the 14th. No alcohol.
If you get Farrakhan on Friday.
If I get him to on the phone and you speak with him this Friday.
How am I going to know it's him? Because you guys could pull the same thing you did when you got Jim Wright on the phone. That wasn't Jim Wright.
It was.
That was.
You know, it was Jim Wright. Yes. You're going to know if it's Farrakhan. He's a nut.
How?
Well, we get audio tape of him before, so you know what his voice sounds like.
And he'll say something crazy.
Yeah.
They all say crazy stuff.
Yeah. Do you see
that? That doesn't help narrow down. There are no filters there.
There's other people that were on CNN. They were nuts, too.
Yeah. And he's got the two sister Mohammeds.
Well, he got them.
Float like a butterfly.
Yeah.
What is it you printed out?
Just bio on Farrakhan, what Muslims want. And then I guess right now they're going through the Ramadan, which is their month of fasting. So he may not be in a
What
good
do they?
mood.
They don't eat from daylight to from sunrise to sunset.
Yeah, so I just printed all that stuff up just in case you wanted to read.
And what is that supposed to do?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the point? You're going to eat, so when the sun goes down, you gorge.
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't know. It's about a sacrifice, I think. I didn't read it. I just printed it.
Oh.
So, anyway, there you go.
Hey, you just set the alarm to get up.
Sure.
So you stuff yourself right before sunrise, and that'll carry you all day. Just do a bunch of carbo loading and drinking. What?
So you want the Reverend Peterson?
Yes.
Okay, let me go confirm. Do you want this back, the paperwork about him?
Nah, hang on to it.
Okay.
I'll need it when you get him on.
So are you going to do it or not?
If you get Farrakhan on?
Yes.
Yeah. You're just talking about not drinking from Friday to Friday.
7 days.
7 days.
All right.
Now turn off the mics and tell me.
Why?
Because you'll say, well, I said it on the air. It doesn't count.
I don't think this counts either way.
Well, yeah, you're not going to get him on. I mean, best of luck to you, but I'd be surprised. He hadn't come on any other show anywhere.
He's not coming on. Best of luck to you. Stay in touch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get him on Friday, and it's really him, and I got to be able to verify it. Then, yeah, I won't drink till next Friday.
You got to be able to verify it.
Well, it could be one of his other night feeders.
Yeah. Another one of the Sister Mohammed.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be wound up about this,
God, yeah.
and nothing's going to happen. Who was that?
That's Trey.
How we doing, Chloe? Yes, Mr. Trenholm.
You need to preface that it has to be Louis Farrakhan, leader of the Nation of Islam, not Louis Farrakhan, the bum down the street.
What does that mean?
It means if Rob gets some guy on the phone named Louis Farrakhan, then you're stuck not drinking for a week.
Okay. Are you low to the ground?
What?
Where are you?
I'm in my car.
Oh. Is the window down?
No.
Where are you going?
Actually, I'm on my way up there.
Oh. You got any whiskey with you?
Yes.
All right. Come on.
As Rob would say, come on.
I don't know what his thing is. I'm not drinking. I'm just drinking Friday, Saturday, Friday at 6 to Sunday at 6.
Well, you were drinking yesterday, too.
Just light celebration.
Okay, I know.
I didn't drink all night.
I don't know what you did.
He just wants you to be your best for LeBear.
I know. I've gone through this. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm sure people are tired of listening to it. I'll do what I do. And if things turn out next Friday, I'm okay if I had to dance tomorrow night.
They're going to be great. You've been working on it for 2 years.
The chicks are going to be plowed. They're not going to give a they couldn't care less.
Not whatever you're going to do in a week and a half, no.
We just make sure that when the doors open at 6?
6 o'clock.
What do you guys go on? 7, 8, something like that?
Whenever, yeah, 7:30.
Okay. Yeah. They'll be pretty tanked by then.
Oh, sure.
Chloe can hand out the nicotine gum.
Mm-hmm.
It's Metamucil. Whatever it is you take.
use?
Well, I don't know. You take all kinds of Sudafed and Nicorette gum.
It's just funny the stuff that he's gone and figured out. I can get a buzz off this.
And in various combinations.
Sure.
Oh, well, you take a little Nicorette gum and pepper it with some Sudafed.
I don't have any sinus problems. Of course you don't. You get everything on the shelf.
Do you want a break now?
Please.
All right. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. DFW's Afternoon Mainstay. The Russ. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show. To all that surrounds him. Now at 214-787-1053.
Trey, what you bringing in the box? It's a box full of stuff.
Well, it's a change of clothes for tonight, and then it's my birthday present from you.
It's what?
My birthday present from you.
Oh,
what he's supposed to wear?
Oh, you gonna wear that at La Bear?
No.
You gonna wear it on stage or when you're doing lap dances? I think you'd be very popular with lap dancing.
Absolutely.
I might buy one.
So I got to know, what did Everett give you for your birthday?
What did it sound like on the air from what you heard?
It sounded like something in Indian wear and buck teeth.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's
all you got out of it?
With spears.
Yeah. You can make no other guesses?
I can make a guess, but I'm not going to do it on the air.
Where'd you put them, Chloe?
Back behind the box you brought in.
They're behind the box you brought in. Just grab one.
Surpass your wildest imagination.
The spear's detachable.
The detail is fabulous.
They were crafted by skilled artisans.
There's a whole set back there.
4.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand the association of the two.
No.
Why you took the Indian wear and put it on this entity?
I have no clue. What were you doing at that moment that came to you?
Right, to where you wanted to combine the two.
Yeah. I'm just sitting around today. What if I... Wait a minute.
Genius.
I'll do this, and I'll put on Indian wear.
Well, and you would think somewhere in the course of the fine crafting that someone would go, hey.
What do you... you can... No.
Yeah,
I'll put that down.
You can't dress them up like Indians.
Put it down. Set it down.
Yeah.
May I ask, where does one acquire such things?
Deep East Texas.
That I would believe.
He's got their card if you want to.
Yes.
Perhaps you can special order some on your own.
Yeah. And why is it you don't want me to mention the company?
I'd just rather not.
All right.
I'm sure they're very proud of their work.
They sell anything else of this genre?
Well, like I say, I bought the Cowboys for an uncle of mine for his birthday, and he loved them.
Were the Cowboys similar?
Yes, they were, except they were only 3, and they were see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Stop. Well, there's the card. Drunken chicken cooker?
Yeah, they sell those as well.
Is that where you shove the can in the chicken?
Yeah.
Oh. I did that one time. I didn't get anything out of it.
Is it beer?
Yeah. It's just supposed to make it moist.
Oh.
There you go. All right. You want to start news again?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
What is it, Chad?
Buddy, what'd you get? You're wearing me out.
Guess.
Take me off the air?
I'll hit the delay if you get it right.
You got
Yes. Chad was correct.
Dead on.
No, I can't dress that up for air.
What? When?
Did you know you went back to chomping your teeth?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
How long did I quit?
A few years.
A few years?
Couple of years, what?
Yeah. I don't know what that's all about.
What's changed?
Nothing. My life.
Any added stressors?
No, just only thing I've got recently that's different is sinus. Never had sinus problems. Never.
Wonder why it's kicking in now.
No clue. And it's killing me. Waking up every morning at 4:30 just stuffed.
I warned you earlier in the week the change in the weather's coming, so if you're having an issue with it now, it's going to get worse, and then you wait till today to take something.
I just got it. I just got what I got. So I'm taking it.
Didn't the hypnotist or whomever say you chomping your teeth was stress-related?
Yeah, I believe that's what they said. It doesn't mean that's the case. But if it comes and goes, then probably so. But nothing's really changed. Everything's fine with my kids. Enjoy. Everything's fine.
Have you enjoyed been to counseling yet?
No.
Saturday. He blew it off to go work out.
Yeah.
So you're not committed to the relationship?
Totally. Yeah. But we moved it to Saturday.
When you going Saturday?
Noon. Talk to him today.
Why don't you go and see a counselor?
We have relationship issues, like as anyone does after a number of years, and we probably would do best to have somebody else listen to, so you hear both sides.
Why is it you won't come to me for this?
Because you're in the loop.
I'm not in the loop. I don't care either way. I don't care if you see her. I don't care if you don't see her.
You're too close.
I'm not close.
I would like a professional.
You think you're going to get anything better out of them than you're going to get out of me?
Probably not. But they also won't get on their radio show Monday at 3.
If you pay me, I can't talk about it because then we have I have a duty of fiduciary something.
Sounds very official.
Is that right?
Sure.
Let me see.
I'm bound by fiduciary protocol.
All right.
All right. That's very good sounding.
Let me see if I can
Thank
get
you. Why don't you give me an Indian outfit? And I'm starting to feel like one.
Right.
I'm going to stick with this guy first, and if we don't get anywhere, then maybe we'll consider you.
How many times did you guys go to the chick?
Twice.
What happened those 2 times?
Nothing really. We didn't get anything accomplished. That's why we quit going. This guy was...
Well, you're not going to get anything really monumentally done in 2 visits.
Well, I just didn't get a good vibe from her. I didn't feel like we were going that way.
Did she side with Joy a lot?
A little bit.
You can't do that.
I know. This is a guy. This is recommended by the Negas.
What is your biggest single issue?
I don't know if there's a single big issue, really, honestly.
Yeah, if you broke it down, you'd figure something out. I think trust is it.
Trust could be. That's probably our biggest stressor, you know.
Now, is that because of things you've done in the past? Joy's just unwilling to trust you still?
She's been cheated on by everybody she ever dated, and so that's an issue.
But in the several years you've been together, you haven't done anything. No. But you have you've built no equity. Your history doesn't come into play.
I'm aware of that. And I throw that out, and that starts the fights. I've never done anything.
What's her response when you say, I haven't done anything?
There's not really a pat response. It's
she gives you a new one every time?
When we get into this, and I don't want to start this here right before therapy, because that's another big problem.
I think this is very therapeutic.
Me running my yap on it. Well, she's
not running your yap. You're not pointing fingers.
She's not here to defend herself or give her side.
All right.
Which we wouldn't do this on the air anyway. But
what if she wanted to?
She'd never do that on the air.
That's not what I asked you.
What if she wanted to? Mm-hmm. I'm fine with it.
Just call her and ask her.
No. She's at work. Actually, she's driving home.
So you can call her and ask her. Doesn't she listen on the way home?
Yes.
She knows the hotline, right?
Yes.
Call me, sweetie.
No, don't.
She looked really good Saturday.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Don't send me any more emails asking if you can do it, please. I know.
I just meant it as a compliment.
I know you did. And then you said something about her having put on weight, and now she says, like, I'm going back on a diet since I'm fat.
She doesn't look good when she's thin.
I agree.
She looks sickly.
A little bit.
She got too thin because you go to hug her and you feel bones. Mm-hmm. Now, Saturday, she looked perfect. Jeans filled out, with the cans filled in a little bit.
She only has put on 5 pounds.
She looks perfect.
That's what I tell her. But I try not to bring up weight, because if I bring up weight, I'm calling her fat.
She don't weigh 100 pounds. You can't.
She does weigh
you can't
exactly.
You can't bring fat into that at all.
I agree. Let's get past this, and then we do some news.
Well, we still haven't really talked about what you're going to discuss in therapy.
Yeah, we got nothing resolved yet.
I'll discuss it in therapy. That's why they have therapy, so you can discuss it there, not on the radio with your buddies.
Well, how much is that going to cost you?
$125.
Yeah, so this is free.
Yeah, this isn't helping. She's not here.
Well, but you're not being forthcoming.
Yeah.
You have to go with a therapeutic process.
Yeah, once you open up.
I will. On Saturday at noon. I'll let you know how it turns out. If I like this guy. You know, you get a vibe with somebody the first couple times you're with them, whether you like them or not.
Here's another issue with therapy is if you feel like you're getting a lot accomplished, you go a couple of times, you stop going because you think you got a handle on it.
We fixed it.
And if you don't like the way it's going, you stop going because it's pissing you off. So how do you get past that?
You promise yourself you'll go to X number of sessions. If I like the guy. If I don't like him, I'll keep looking.
You know what you ought to do is pay for 10 sessions.
That's a good idea.
That way you're going to make yourself go because you're not going to take $1,200, $1,300 and chunk it.
I believe he also takes our insurance. I'm just waiting to hear back from their people whether this kind of analysis is covered under insurance. Now, if I was to be a drunk and still drinking and wanted to go talk about that, that's covered by our company. But if you just want to go fix normal problems, that may or may not be.
Well, I can see that. I mean, the need is obviously greater for an alcoholic.
Yeah. You going to make her pay for part of it?
Yeah, I guess maybe $25 out of it. Like you said, there's some equity there. She feels like she's paid for something.
Right. How many times do I get before you actually come to see me?
I'll go see this guy at least twice. If depending on the vibe. If I get a good vibe, we'll go. I'll pay for the 10. Just to pay for the 10 sessions and go.
So when y'all sit down, what's the first thing that you say? We came here to talk to you about
Everett, just
this.
stop. I'm not going to do this on the air. That's not fair. She's not here. That's why I'm going there to do it. I don't want to do it here.
So what's your biggest problem with her?
I don't have the biggest problem with her. We'll figure
there has to be one problem. Well, I'm not saying it's a huge problem, but it's the biggest one. All right?
Well, either that or there's so many. You can't even pick just one.
Can't begin to pick one. They're just zillions.
Yeah. Why don't you guys, by breaking the ice, dress up like Indians?
I'll see. I'll look into that because that sounds like a lot of fun.
Do I want to talk that chick on 5? Yeah. All right. Hi, Crystal.
Hello. Hey, I'm a social worker, and I was just thinking JD might want to look for a therapist that uses solution-focused therapy methods. That's where they focus on solutions, not on the problems, and they try to get everything resolved within 6 to 10 sessions.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I haven't either.
They always try and go back and figure out what caused this, and I think they think, well, if I figured out the cause, we can fix everything else. Well, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's like when you treat cancer. I don't care where you got it. I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah, well,
Right.
the solution.
Yeah.
So the first thing they'll ask you is, when is this problem not a problem? Whatever the main concern is, and you work on creating that situation more often. So you don't focus on all the times that you guys are pissed off at each other. I don't even know what this is about. I just started listening. But you think about when you guys are getting along or when it's working out, and you try to recreate that more. So look at it from a more positive perspective.
Kind of makes sense.
I didn't follow it.
You look for the landmines and avoid them.
Yeah, you can just it's really popular, and you just kind of Google it, solution-focused therapy. It's an actual therapeutic method.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
So obviously it's something that can be avoided.
Well, but then you're walking on eggshells. Because if you don't do something you know specifically is going to piss them off, then you can't be yourself, and that in itself becomes another issue. And that's going to manifest in something later, and then she's going to get big slip.
She won't.
Russ is right.
No, not at all.
Your only choice is to air your grievances now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not now. Thank you. Saturday.
But driving around landmines, that's not going to work.
Well, if it's something that let me say it's something that I'm willing to modify a behavior. There for a while.
It's like you stopped drinking.
There for a while, I would come home and she'd be off for 3 or 4 hours already off work. She would just want to talk and yap and jump on me and I'd say, just give me 20 minutes just to decompress. And she's done that. When I come in, she lets me just come in, do my little routine, and just decompress from the day.
So you're going to make her change instead of yourself.
I did. Well, she did. She modified that behavior, and that was okay with her. Mm-hmm. Now she said, I can't get past that. I guess that's a deal breaker because I need that time.
So what are you doing to help the relationship?
I've done a lot of things.
Name
like quit drinking.
Okay, that was to help you. That was so you wouldn't die.
That helped the relationship a lot.
Well, and that was so you wouldn't die penniless, friendless, drunk. More so than to help the relationship.
Dressed like an Indian.
I need to go back to drinking.
All right.
That's too much.
Is this the first relationship you've had these issues?
Yeah.
That'll be my last question.
Probably so.
Okay.
Every relationship's different. This is only the second relationship I've ever gone to therapy during. Most of the time I kick them to the curb before I get to the therapy point.
Okay. Just looking for some underlying problem. But if this is the first time you come across these issues, then obviously it's her.
It's not her.
You're welcome. 517, JD Ryan's here with me.
Thank you, Russ. TXU Energy. Good news if you're a TXU customer, asking the State Public Utility Commission for permission to raise the rates by 24% by January for an average increase of about $30 per residential rate payer. I like how they're going to do this in stages. They're going to raise
it. It is supposed to go up in November?
Yeah, they're going to try to get it 12% then and then 12% in January. And what
well, then it's not January, it's November.
By total 24% by January, 12% November. But they're saying, yeah, it's easier on the consumer. No, it's not. It's still the same money.
Yeah, we don't have to pay it right off.
Yeah. It's still coming 2 months later.
I wonder if it's worth looking at these alternate energy providers.
People. I've gone through that for my electric.
What do you use?
It's called GEXA, G-E-X-A. It was the cheapest kilowatt hour rate that I could find.
What's the difference between that and TXU, percentage-wise? What do you think you're paying less a month?
I couldn't tell you for sure at this point because it was a while back that I signed up with them, so I'm not sure what the disparity is right now, but I know my electric bill went down. Not a lot, but a little bit.
5%?
Yeah, I'd say probably 5%.
My problem that I understand with the alternate energy companies is that TXU still owns the infrastructure of all the lines and everything else. So if you have, let's say, a big storm rolls through, a lot of lines are down. If you the alternate people are going to be the last ones who get serviced because TXU still services the lines.
Well, so they're going to service people on either side of my house. I'm going to say, oh, that's the GEXA guy. We're not getting him.
If they light up the grid in your neighborhood, you're on. I mean, you know.
But like, let's say there's 5 houses down on a street that have lines down to them. One of them, and they will, from my understanding, that they will take care of all TXU customers first before they hit alternate people.
I can just say my power's gone out and it's always come back on when my neighbors have. I've never had a problem.
All right, should Dallas police continue to answer burglar alarms? That's a big deal. Soon the city is going to ask the citizens to weigh in on this issue. Police believe if they stop answering burglar alarms, they can do other stuff. Basically, they're saying the cops are wasting about 40 minutes to an hour a week answering these fake, just the burglar alarms that go off. And they say, basically, it's going to be between what the cops want is the alarm company to send a security guard out. Of course, all this takes time. Meanwhile, they're stealing your stuff. And they want to send a security guard out to make sure it's really a burglary before they respond to police out there. And they're going to let the city council ask if people really want to do that. This is kind of an old story. Mayor Ray Nagin says he's laying off 3,000 employees in New Orleans. Be careful. All right. Clear Channel Communications on Monday renewed its call for Congress to ease restrictions on the number of outlets it can own in a market so it can better compete and boost profits with satellite and XM.
Say that again.
Clear Channel Communication wants Congress to remove the restrictions on how many stations they can own.
They want to buy more stations in each market.
They want to be able
so they can go back and pasteurize, sanitize radio in more places.
That's correct.
Because that's what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just them. Infinity's doing that with some of their stations as well. But you can't keep letting these conglomerates, one company, buy all these stations. Because then they do whatever the hell they want.
And there's no free market. There's no competition to keep them from doing it.
They already own like 1,200 stations.
Yeah.
Well, and XM for that matter.
Oh, they own XM?
I think like 20-30%.
Yeah. So good chunk.
Well, then why are they? Okay, then they're wanting to compete with themselves here because that's what they're saying. They can't compete with satellite if they can only own. What they're saying is satellite can have 150 channels in one market and they can only have 8.
Right.
How about that?
Well, there you go. And they're saying that's not fair. It's not a fair marketplace.
I'm surprised it's where it is now. They should have deregulated it. Whenever radio went through deregulation, is when things just started to crap.
Used to be 1 and 1. You could own 1 AM and 1 FM in market.
That's why there's nothing creative going on.
They don't have to.
You got stations like Jack FM. They got no jocks.
They don't have to. They're competing against themselves. They don't have to.
Yeah, you basically got 2 or 3 companies competing against each other.
2 of the country stations in town, 2 of them are owned by the same company.
You don't have to go out on a limb. You don't have to spend a lot of money.
You don't have to pay anybody anything because you're competing against yourself.
Hold on. Line 2. I can.
Hey, fellas. I've been listening for quite a few years now.
We appreciate it. Go ahead, John.
Sure. Young women are leading the way in tearing down sexual taboos in North America, where teenagers are having more sex at a younger age than their parents or grandparents. Young women in the U.S. and Canada first had intercourse at the age of 15 now. 40 years ago, that number was 19 years of age. Between 1943 and 19... Here you go. Quit the grinding. 1999, the percentage of sexually active women rose to 47% from just 13% back in 1943. Over the same 56-year period, approval of premarital sex increased from 12% up to 73% for young women, and the figure rose from 40% to 80% of young men. What are you looking at me for? Quit it. Police sprayed mace on the Kansas City Chiefs tight end coach.
I can see your nipples through your shirt.
Quit it! God! Okay, now I'm awkwardly... I don't want to be here. Quit looking at me.
Why are your nipples hard?
Because it's cold in here.
Good.
You're creeping me out. All right, cops sprayed mace on Kansas City Chief. Quit it! Don't... Quit looking at me.
Huh?
Kansas City... Now, yesterday when that chick was on the phone talking about the women in jail having sex with each other.
What?
I was twisted.
Just some chick called in. Don't worry about it.
All right. Police sprayed mace on the Kansas City Chief tight end coach this weekend before Sunday's loss to the Eagles after he became combative when he wasn't allowed to turn.
I just think it's exciting. I know exactly where your nipples are right now.
Will you shut up? You are creeping me.
Well, they're really hard to miss.
Well,
yeah.
All right, I'll warm them up. Jason Verduzco, I guess is his name. He was cited for trying to harm an officer. This is really odd. The altercation started when cops tried to stop Verduzco, I guess that's his name, from turning into one of the gates. They basically sprayed him in the puss.
I have no idea what you're reading.
Well,
is it about nipples?
Would you? Oh, I'll move on. Quincy Carter, that was yesterday, the hearing set. 3M now makes...
What's Quincy Carter going to court for?
Basically, Trey probably knows this more than I do. Arbitration hearing between the NFL Players Association over the quarterback Quincy Carter's termination before last season.
Oh.
Yeah, they're basically saying the NFLPA is seeking back pay for the time the Cowboys released Carter in August of 2004 until he signed a contract with the New York Jets just a few weeks later. Union could also try to get the money back from his base salary for the season, arguing that he would still be employed by the Cowboys had he not been wrongfully terminated.
Why they let him go?
Well, he failed a drug test. But the thing about it is that the team is not supposed to drug test. It's only supposed to be done through the NFL. And basically and no one knows for sure. But
so it kind of falls under not unreasonable search.
Some sort of false pretense. Under
when the cops have evidence and they got it and they weren't supposed to have it.
Right.
What is that called?
Well, that's an improper search and seizure.
All right. That's what they did.
Yeah. Even
though he tested positive, he's saying I shouldn't have been fired because you're not supposed to be testing me for drugs anyway.
Well, that's the thing is there's protocols in the NFL through the Players Association. It's like the first time you have to go through treatment. I think by the second or third time, then you get a 4-game suspension. But no way. I mean, it's like a workplace. If you have a drug problem, if you went to Gavin right now and said, I'm strung out, I need help, they can't fire you. They have to send you, you have to go to treatment. I mean, and they have to support you, and they cannot terminate you because that's wrongful termination under American with Disabilities Act.
It's a great way to keep from getting popped. If you know, like, if there's a format change coming up for a station, and they got a new program director in, your first day, you go in there and you say, "I got the monkey on my back. I can't get away from this."
Thrown out. And they have to let you go, and they have to pay for the 30 days too in detox.
Then, of course, if you relapse, it may take longer.
You never saw that. I don't know how long they give you. I think our company just gives you that 30 days. The Cowboys always maintain that, however, they released him for performing poorly in training camp and having a poor attitude regarding his competition with Vinny Testaverde's for the starting job. Quit looking at my nipples. You're creeping. What's the matter with you?
Well, it's like you got a couple of Liberty dollars glued to your chest.
It's cold. Turn the heater up. 3M makes duct tape bandages now. I wish I had 2 of them right now. For very manly men, they've created these duct tape bandages. It's basically you look like you have a big piece of duct tape on you, so you can create your wounds while pretending to look tough. The duct tape bandages should be on the shelves coming up very soon. Do we care about this? And you don't care about Toby Keith. He and Barry Switzer are getting together. They're trying to own a bank now. He's got bars. He's got his own record label. Now he's going to own a bank.
Where?
They haven't said yet. Where? Oklahoma City. Where he lives.
Or Norman or somewhere around there. Where
he lives.
Big time. Names.
Okay.
Will you go there? With your nipples?
To his bank. I won't be banking with Toby Keith in Oklahoma City now.
Those are big.
God, quit it! Lord. Paris Hilton. We don't care about her anymore. She kept the ring. Do you care? All right.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought she broke off the engagement.
She did.
Well, then you don't keep the ring.
She kept the $5 million ring, and she's already been seen out with some other guy who's a 20-year-old billionaire. She's basically traded up. So
no, you don't keep the ring.
Well, she is. She's just
unless you got nipples like those.
God. Why are you doing this? She whizzed in her pants recently, by the way. I was trying to
quit it.
Waiting in line for the bathroom. The Post claims that Paris also got the club that she was in the other night to clear out the bathroom for her and her friends, so she wouldn't actually have to whiz on herself. And apparently, at the end of the story, it says she will be keeping the $5 million ring. Nicolas Cage and his wife Alice Kim Cage gave birth to their son. They named this kid Kal-El Coppola Cage.
It's Kal-El.
Kal-El? Is that it? I don't know.
It's his birth name on Kryptonite.
Yeah, super.
Isn't that the planet?
I think so.
Krypton.
Yeah. Krypton.
You better get some of that because he's going to get his ass kicked every day in school.
What, Kal-El?
Kal-El.
I'll probably call him Cal.
Why do people do that?
Or Superman.
Yeah, call him Superman. All right.
Super nipples.
What is wrong with you?
I can see
what are
this
you
flying.
on?
I'm on testosterone.
Well, do it with somebody else. Get a chick in here.
Well, quit grumping yourself.
I'm trying to make them go down. You hear about Enya? Do you care about this?
Don't say that right now. Because that's where I want to be.
Enya hung out in her panic.
Stop it.
In her panic room the other day. Somebody broke into her castle in Dublin, Ireland, tied up her maid. I've lost focus. They spent 2 hours going through her castle, by the way, looking for her. She spent the whole time in her panic room. Enya is the 78th richest person in Ireland. She has $123 million. I guess that's all that cash there. CD sales, rather, are down, but digital music appears to be going up. Digital music sales have tripled over the last year.
Excuse me one moment, please. Yes, Rob?
The Reverend Jesse Peterson is running about 10 minutes behind. He just called. I'm sorry.
All right, just get him when you get him. All right.
Gwen Stefani is about to make digital music history this week. She's expected to become the first artist to sell 1 million downloads of a single called Hollaback Girl. You're really freaking me out.
What are you looking around for? You looking for some kind of response? Like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to download that?
I don't know.
I'm still focused on the...
Oh, God. Enya in her castle. A report by the British Psychological Society shows that TV may actually be giving your kid brain damage. Eric Stigman, the author of the report.
Did anybody see the story on Channel 8 a couple of days ago about daycare versus a mom sitting at home watching the kid?
No, somebody emailed me about it.
Guess who wins again?
Well, obviously home. Home is always going to be better. Home care. Always.
And it's almost exactly what we said. Keep the kid around for the formative years where they learn to talk. Then you can turn them loose to the daycare at about age 3. Then at that point, they learn, they get socialized.
Yeah, 3 to 5 before they go to school. This guy that wrote this report says television viewing is now linked with stunting brain development in child's frontal lobes, leading to reduced impulse control and increased antisocial behavior. Seattle's trying to ban lap dances.
Hold on. Was it Dan? 5? I'm going to take this. You stay there, John.
I'm not going anywhere.
You stay sexy. Yeah, Cheryl?
Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Russ.
Yes?
It's great listening to you.
Thank you.
But I was thinking, JD, like a good tip about the nipple situation. Because, you know, when you work with a lot of guys, it can be distracting. You can either try the Band-Aids, but from what I hear, they're pointing out a little too much for the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Try rubbing a little Vaseline on them. It's enjoyable.
Oh! I'm putting tape on them right now.
I think she's right. Let's rub some Vaseline on them.
Putting Vaseline on my... No.
Yeah.
There, I got tape on them. You're freaking me out. You're weird.
Still see.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, what is it that's...
I'm just cold. Nipples do that when you get cold.
Glaze them in Vaseline.
Yeah.
What else I've got? CareerBuilder.com surveyed a bunch of middle managers and found around the country, and they put together a list of the most unusual excuses they've heard in the past year.
Can I shave your chest?
No, while people miss work. No.
Shave your chest.
It's trimmed right now for the dance.
Let's shave it.
I'm not shaving my chest.
Shave down to the nipple.
No.
That'll be like the finish line.
When did this happen? What's occurring here?
When Rob started jabbing me with the testosterone 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Well, do it to Trey.
Trey ain't got no nipples.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. He's you call it when you got no sex?
He's a hermaphrodite. No, that's having too much of it. He's a eunuch.
Yeah. Trey's a unicorn.
Here's some of the strangest things they came up while people missed work. Number one.
What is the story again?
CareerBuilders.com asked a bunch of managers the strangest excuses they've heard while people missed work.
Hold on. Does that chick want to talk to Trey? How about that? Hi, Sharon.
Hi.
Yes?
Hey, I was wondering if Trey's single.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, he's an animal person like me. I also wanted to ask, I'm coming to the dance-off on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And
now, you know it's not this Friday.
Next Friday.
Right. Go ahead.
Right. Are y'all going to have a buffet? Like at the topless bars?
Is that important to you?
No, not really. Just wondering.
Thinking about going, but the buffet's going to clear the deal?
Yeah.
No.
I don't believe there will be food there.
Oh, will Trey be dancing?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He'll be serving up beefcake.
Yeah. Hope that'll be plenty. Bring your flag.
Okay, can I go on? Please?
Anything you want.
God! I need a bath. CareerBuilder.com came up with
a little dimple in your chin?
Yes. Yeah, I know. Don't even say it. Don't even.
I'd love to, though.
Don't even.
Just fill it up.
I'm too fat to get in my work pants.
It's like a belly button on your face.
I need... Do we have any vodka here?
Yeah, we could probably get you some.
I need to jump off this wagon.
We need a break?
Yes.
All right.
Please.
We play a bumper for you.
Oh, God.
Yeah?
All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. When it comes to afternoons, nobody comes close. The Russ Martin Show.